We're back. I actually tried shooting this the other day. Had computer problems, so we're doing it now. The day before, like all these science projects that people are trying to do. Welcome back to another episode here at Mixtapes and Mistakes. This is Ed doing it again. So I'm putting out this mixtape, this Valentine's Day / Feast of Lupercalia mixtape. Shout out to Sharon Downer, who actually came up with this idea. I don't think I put out a Valentine's Day list last year. I think I got a tentative list somewhere on my channel that I haven't messed with. I'm kind of a history buff. I got my bachelor's degree, in history. So I like looking at a lot of things from a historical context. It's why I'm doing this. In the background of all this that's going on, I'm doing this historical series that I'm putting together that I'm calling the Golden Age of Hip Hop, which is going to be on this channel pretty soon. I'm either going to put it on this channel, I could put it on my main channel just to get stuff over there. I haven't figured it out yet. It's going to be so it's going to be like I'm detailing hip hop from the inception of hip hop until about like 94-ish, maybe. But that's not this video. This video is about Valentine's Day and the Feast of Lupercalia. So, what is the Feast of Lupercalia, may you ask? Well, it's an ancient Roman pagan festival. It's held each year on February 15th. It shares its name with the martyred Christian Saint Valentine, but it's actually, and some historians believe that Valentine's Day is actually an offshoot of Lupercalia. But they're two entirely different celebrated holidays than you would think. So Valentine's Day, especially here in the West, we take the person out that we're in love with, and we take them to dinner, and we have like long carriage rides, and it's a day to express how much you love someone. It's the big day, which is great. If you're in love and everything like that, it's great. In the past, I've done like big grand gestures on Valentine's Day. A lot of people do them. Lupercalia, not that day. Lupercalia was a bloody, violent, and sexually charged celebration awash in animal sacrifice, random matchmaking, and coupling in hopes of warding off evil spirits and infertility. And this is coming from History.com. It's tied to the legend of Romulus and Remus, who, according to legend, got placed in a basket on the river after ancient King Amulus was ordered to have them killed. And so they were sent down the Tiber River, much like Moses in a way, because it was retribution for their mother's broken vow of celibacy. So they get adopted and they grow up, and they go back and kill the uncle who ordered their death. But they found the cave of the she-wolf who had nurtured them and raised them, and they named it Lupercal. So it's thought that Lupercalia took place to honor the she-wolf and please the Roman fertility god Lupercus. So it always say the rituals took place in a few places, according to History.com. Lupercal Cave, which is on Palatine Hill, within the Roman era public meeting place called the Comitium. The festival would begin at the cave with the sacrifice of one or more male goats. There are Roman priests called Luperci who did the sacrifices, and afterwards the foreheads of the two naked Luperci were smeared with animal's blood using a ceremonial knife, and then insanity ensues. Usually there's a feast after the ritual sacrifice. During Lupercalia, men randomly chose a woman's name from a jar to be coupled with them for the duration of the festival. Often, many of those couples stayed together until the following year's festival, and many of them fell in love and got married. Over time, there was less and less nakedness. And this kind of, as the Romans often did, would kind of lean over to the Valentine's Day celebration. Valentine, the most common idea is that 1 February 14th, during the 3rd century AD, a man named Valentine was executed by Claudius II, Emperor Claudius II, after being imprisoned for assisting persecuted Christians and secretly marrying Christian couples in love. As the story goes, during his imprisonment, he tried converting Claudius to Christianity. Claudius became enraged and ordered Valentine to reject his faith or be killed. Valentine refused to reject his faith, so he was beheaded. There's also the legend of another story that talks about during his imprisonment, he tutored a girl named Julia, who was the blind daughter of his jailer. Legend states that God restored Julia's sight after she and Valentine prayed together, and on the eve of his execution, Valentine supposedly penned a note to Julia and signed it "From your Valentine." And that's kind of where the idea of the Valentine's note comes from. So in the late century, 5th century AD, Pope Gelasius I martyred Saint Valentine, or not martyred, but he made him a saint, and you declared February 14th today to commemorate the martyrdom of Saint Valentine. And so now we have Valentine's Day. Though it's not like an official religious holiday, but it's more of a commercialized holiday because Zales makes a lot of money from it now. My list, the mixtape that I've put together here, is a good. I like the list actually. Let's look at it real quick. I'm a big fan of it. I can't say I'm a big fan of this list. I like the list. It's not a list that I put together that I didn't like. Most of these songs actually kind of roll together more on the theme of Lupercalia because I didn't think it had ever been done before, and so I tried to draw from a lot of various media that talk about it or that had blurbs about it. Hungry Like the Wolf is on here by Duran Duran, underrated 80s band. I've got some Depeche Mode. I got I Feel You on here. The interesting thing about that Depeche Mode song and that era, it was kind of in this transition for that band where they went from the short-haired emo thing to really trying to look, and especially David Gahan, really trying to be like this kind of strutting rock star on stage. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think a lot of fans thought that was the best era of that band, but I think it was. I think some of their better live shows come from that era. I couldn't include a celebration of Valentine's Day without at least one Prince song on here. I didn't put the Prince song on here that I guess you would think for this idea, but I'm gonna leave that there. So I tried to do these are all kind of love songs, but they're not I love you love songs. They're more like Animal Magnetism, type love songs. So that's kind of that mixtape. I think it's a good mixtape. I think there's a little bit of everything on this list. But let me know what you think about it. What songs would you put on a Feast of Lupercalia list, or which is completely different to me than the Valentine's Day list? What songs did you put on? What songs did you take it off? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks again for watching Mixtapes and Mixtakes. We'll catch you on the next upload. Peace and Afro Grease.